Today on Flyers News, we go over how allergies affect our community,
take a look at some things opening up in our area,
and discover the behind the scenes of counseling at LHS.
All that and more on Flyers News.
And it starts now. Hello and welcome back to Flyers News. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Amaya. We have a super fun show for you guys. Bless you.
Thanks. Sorry. Since spring started, my allergies have been out of control.
Me too. Wade and John actually did a story about allergies and how they affect students and staff here at Lindbergh.
Let's check it out.
Since spring is here, allergies are starting to flare up. Nurse Hilbert gave us some information to stop allergies from happening.
Staying inside if you're really allergic to pollen right now. Showering when you come in from an outdoor activity. Taking a Zyrtec or antihistamine every day will help as well. Students will come in and say they're congested or they just don't feel well, especially this time of year. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's like the flu or if it's allergies, but usually with allergies you don't have a fever. Your eyes will itch sometimes and burn. You don't have that with the flu.
With pollen and allergies being here, Mr. Abbott gave us some information about allergies and how they start.
When I get a flower, in it I've got pollen, right? And pollen is part of the reproduction of a plant. We talk about our pollinators, bees and birds and stuff go into the plant and they transfer pollen from one plant to another, and that's how plants get fertilized.
Brooke gave us some of her experiences with allergies during the spring season.
I've had them for basically all of my life. I know that a lot of it has to do with pollen and the weather. Whenever winter changes into spring, your body has to adapt to all this changes going on. So your allergies can start to flare up for that. A lot of people have pollen allergies and problems with pollen. What I personally get is I find it hard to breathe. I get sick from it. My nose may be runny, or I might have more bloody noses. Just stuff like that. A lot of sinus related stuff as well.
That's all for this month. This is John and Wade signing out of Flyers News.
It's crazy how many people in our community are affected by spring allergies.
I agree, but at least allergies aren't the only thing starting up. The Cardinals hosted opening day last Thursday.
That's right. Jack and Luke asked students and staff around the school about their thoughts on the team this year.
My name's Luke.
And my name's Jack.
We'll be interviewing students about the upcoming MLB season. What is your favorite MLB team?
Probably the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
The Texas Rangers.
Probably the White Sox.
I like the Cardinals.
Favorite MLB team, got to go to the St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals.
How long have you been watching baseball?
Probably about 10 years.
Since all my life, since I was a little kid.
Since I was 2 years old.
Probably since I was about yay high, just about that high off the ground, yeah.
Ever since I was a little kid with my grandparents.
I watched the Cardinals since birth. I'm watching them for probably 10 years now.
About 10 years.
How are the Cardinals going to do this year?
I think they're going to suck since we traded away all of our good players.
They're not going to do great, but it's all right.
Sub 500.
The White Sox, they'll probably win the series, probably in a 4-game sweep. I would say they're probably the best team in the league right now, as of now. So
easily taking it all the way. World Series, let's go.
I think we have a good chance of making the playoffs. Maybe not a deep player from, but at least make the playoffs and be maybe a few games above 500.
Hopefully this upcoming season is good for the Birds. But for now, this is Luke
and Jack
signing off for Flyers News.
Looks like we got some mixed reviews on how they'll do this year.
Hopefully they play well. Cooper, you know what else is opening up this spring?
Enlighten me.
Grant's Farm. Gunnar and Bastion have a story on their spring opening. Let's take a look.
With spring officially here, Grant's Farm has now officially kicked off its 2025 season, welcoming visitors back for a weekend full of family fun, animals, and classic attractions. Crowds have been gathering in lines eager to enjoy everything from tram rides through the deer park to up-close animal encounters. Families fed the famous Grant's Farm goats, explored the historic grounds, and visited the iconic Clydesdale stables. Staff members and guests shared their experiences with Grants Farm on opening day.
Grants Farm is special for the community because of not only the history, but we represent. We like to educate our public, allowing kids to get a hands-on experience with animals up close, allowing families to spend time with each other, sitting down, enjoying a beverage, a brat, a pretzel, seeing a show. There's just a lot of fun things to do, and Grants Farm is just one of those places that can bring people together and just have a really good time.
So we came to Grants Farm because we're home for spring break, and we wanted to see the goats and see the free shows.
My favorite thing to do here is to watch all the free shows they have.
I think the whole experience is magical, from the tram ride up, and then you kind of walk through the little tunnel and you see the goats and the carousels and all the animals and all the kids and families smiling. But I think the most magical part to me, and ever since I was little too, is just the beer garden. Like, it was something out of a movie. It just seems so magical and fun, and the fountain in the middle, it's so beautiful.
Whether it's a family tradition or a first-time visit, opening weekend has made it clear that Grants Farm remains a must-visit destination for the St. Louis and Lindbergh community. This is Gunnar and Sebastian signing off of Flyers News.
I'm so excited to go back to Grants Farm.
Me too. I can't wait to feed the goats.
My favorite is the camels. You know, that's not the only place Lindbergh students will be going to this summer.
Where else are we going?
There's a new Starbucks opening down the road. Addie and Xavier did a story on it.
Big changes are brewing as Starbucks is opening a new location nearby. But that's not all. Menu changes are on the way to make ordering simpler. With new options and some fan favorites disappearing, we wanted to know how these shifts might change the way you order. We spoke with Starbucks employees and students about what they thought.
I think that whenever it opens, it's going to be incredibly busy. I think that traffic on Lindbergh is going to be very different after it opens because there's going to be just a lot more traffic into the Ronnie's Plaza. In the morning on the weekdays, we have the normal job rush, people going to work. But now with the job rush and people going to school, I think the business is going to be crazy.
I feel like it's a great opportunity for new students to hang out. It's a great hangout spot. I definitely believe that a lot of friends, friend groups will be hanging out there, but I also expect that it's going to be a really busy spot before and after school that a lot of people are going to be rushing to. A lot of people will definitely be impacted positively because of this. It will become, for Starbucks, it will be very good for their revenue, and adults, it's great to study there, and for students, it's great to study there. And it's a great hangout spot that you can easily walk to from your home. And I'm really excited for it. It's going to be great for the community.
As Starbucks gets ready to open a new location nearby, we're excited to see how these changes will impact your coffee run. With new options and some items vanishing, it's clear to see that the way we order is evolving. One thing's for sure, it'll be interesting to see how these shifts make their mark on your next visit.
I'm so excited to kick off my days with Starbucks. Sometimes all you need to get through a long day is a cup of coffee.
With all our students and staff working so hard at LHS, everyone deserves a refresher.
Especially our counselors. Have you seen how hard they work behind the scenes? Lily and I did a story on it.
Let's check it out.
High school can involve some bumpy roads, but with the help of our administrators, students are able to get right back on track. Counselors, in particular, play a crucial role in a smooth sailing high school experience. Mr. Smith talks about what influenced him to become a counselor.
Mom was an educator, so was my grandma on her side, a couple different aunts. I had some teachers and coaches and counselors that were all very impactful for me. So I taught for the first 10 years of my career, and then really throughout elementary, middle school, high school, I had some counselors that had really been impactful for me, even academic advisors in college that were really impactful for me. So I think I always knew that at some point I'd like to be a counselor as well.
Lindbergh's counselor, Mrs. Honey, gave us an inside look into what the department does for students.
So as the grade level counselor, we do a lot of different things. So I would say our biggest role is that responsive services. So when someone has a a crisis or they're having a bad day or whatever, they come in. Of course, we see those first. But other than that, we are responsible for all graduation requirements, so we spend a lot of our time going through everybody's transcript and making sure they're taking the right classes and making sure they're on track to graduate. We do a lot of going into the classrooms. There's a lot of you, so we end up, it takes a while to get through all the classrooms. So we do that a lot, just providing information. I kind of see myself as a little bit of a liaison for the whole school. So like anytime a student has a concern or an interest or anything, I can kind of help push them in the right direction or help them find the right avenue to go to pursue that dream or that goal or that concern, whatever it might be.
Ms. Keegan, a college and career counselor, explains the importance of her role for upperclassmen.
Okay, so since I do college and career, so every once in a while I do counseling. I counsel students, but for the most part I work with mostly seniors and then juniors during the second semester of their junior year to make sure that they have a plan for post-high school, whether that be college or trade school or getting a job or going into the military. So just and making sure that students have a solid plan after graduation.
With insight from our counselors, Lindbergh students are now able to understand and appreciate the roles and challenges faced to help the student body. This has been Amaya Owens and Lily Burke with Flyer News.
It's cool to see how much our staff cares about us students.
I agree. Well, Flyers, that's all for our show today.
Make sure to subscribe to the Lindbergh Lookup page. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Amaya. See you next time.
Boom.
Cooper, you know what else is opening up this spring?
Enlighten me. I forgot you were supposed to say that. But then I switched to sneezing and
Okay, it's okay. Cooper, you know what else is I'm so excited to kickstart my days with Starbucks. Sometimes all you need to get through a long day is a cup of coffee.
My bad. It also sounds like a sponsorship, which is like...
I'm so excited to kickstart my... Oh my God, I said it.
No, you're fine. I mean, it's written here. I can't blame you. Okay.